of Murphy's law. If something can go wrong, it will. I used to think that this line sounds a bit pessimistic, and one day I learned its meaning the hard way. It's a terrifyingly steep ski slope. This is a story I want to share today. It's about fear, losing control, and face it anymore. Last winter break, I picked up a new sport, skiing. Skiing is a sport where you strap both feet on a pair of long, thin boards and quite literally fly across the snow. When you're just starting out, control the ski feels impossible. Once you start gliding downhill, the ski speed up beyond your control. The world blasts past, as if someone has pressed the fast-forward button. The trees, the slopes, the fences, all rush straight at you. This fear is not just psychological, it's instinctive. Your body reflexively wants to break, to stop, to grab hold of something solid. But that's the problem. When fear makes you try to control everything, then Murphy's law happens. The more afraid you are of falling, the stiffer your body becomes. The stiffer your body becomes, the more hard for you to control it, and the more likely you are to fall. The harder you try to slow down, the harder you crash. So learning skiing is like a basic cycle of fear, try to control things, losing control, and fall, over and over again. My own accident is happening during the last run of the day. The sun has completely set, and I took the left up for my final practice. But at the mountain's halfway point, the left stopped operating for the day. I was stranded, and the only way down was an advanced slope far beyond my level. The wind cut across my face like a blade. In front of me was a nearly vertical slope, silent, intimidating, and completely deserted. At that moment, I think I was just standing on the edge of the cliff with only two choices: call for the rescue or ski down on my own. And I chose to take that risk, partly to save my dignity, and partly because I simply didn't think that I had the courage to call for the ski patrol while I was wearing 4 gears. And honestly, I was already there. I took a deep breath. If I was going to fall anyway, maybe it means I might as well go all in. Then a miracle happened. Although the speed was slipping out of my control, my body was moving in rhythm. My ski and I, somehow, were in sync. The dramatic disaster I had pictured, tumbling down with flailing limbs, never came. Instead, I was skiing surprisingly smoothly. Suddenly, the wind, the speed, and the snow weren't my enemies anymore. They become my partner. I wasn't afraid of losing control anymore or crashing to my death. When I reached the bottom, I checked my speed tracker and I had just broken my personal record. I had overtaken the version of myself who was always afraid. Life, I realized, it's not like skiing. When the responsibilities pile up, it feels like there's someone pushing behind you, someone forcing you to go faster and faster. But the more you try to make everything perfect and hope to make everything under your control, the more tense and exhausted you become. Just like how the more you want to brake on slope, the more your skis seem to suddenly stop working. I've slowly come to understand that the thing that really wears us is always not the task itself, but our obsession of I must complete quickly and I must do everything right. So once I start to slow down my pace and working with my abilities to move forward step by step, the anxiety began to fade. On slopes, the moment right before losing control is always the breakthrough begins, and in the life. Accepting that we can't control everything is often where change starts, and facing challenges calmly is where growth begins. Of course, I still get scared, but now I can live with that fear. I still want to run away sometimes, but now I have the courage to get back up and keep going. So I'm standing here. I hope all of you can find the courage to stand without flinching and face your fear when you are about to lose control, and then to meet a stronger version of yourself. Thank you.